Hey, what's going on, everybody? I hope this video finds you well wherever you are and whatever you're doing. That may be more than what's going on currently here in Modern Warfare 2. Call of Duty is currently very thin on content, and that's no secret. There's really nothing to do unless you play DMZ and Warzone 2.0. I haven't even heard anything else about the raids since the initial release. As I stated in my last video, Modern Warfare 2 has lost and continues to lose players at an increasing rate. Combine that with the lack of content and the dwindling player base, and Call of Duty has set themselves up for financial disaster. Less players equals less potential revenue, no one to buy the game, no one to buy the battle pass, no one to buy the bundles. Activision is scrambling to stem the tide of bleeding off players. The player population is dropping faster than a rock off a cliff. Activision and Infinity chose to repeatedly ignore the community and its complaints and suggestions on how to fix the game and make it a better playing experience. They fumbled the bag. This could have all been avoided if they simply put a top-notch product in place instead of what we received. They banked heavily on their Battle Royale playlist in Warzone 2. They gutted player movement, amongst other things that the original Warzone had that made it so successful. So naturally, that community feels like they have not been listened to. They didn't get what they were asking and hoping for at all. Battle Royale is not my cup of tea, but I feel bad for everyone that plays the mode since it's such a major part of what MW2 has been built upon. Warzone players have expressed their utter disappointment and frustration with 2.0. You can see the manifestation of this frustration from content creators all over YouTube. MW2 is down in viewership from what it once was across all platforms. Extraction modes like DMZ to me seem more appealing and may ultimately be the stronger of the two modes currently. I know, calm down for a minute. Battle Royale is dying down, especially in MW2. So by default, DMZ, which is new, has a chance to surpass Warzone 2 as a preferred mode. A chance. I'm sure many, if not most of you, will disagree, but that's cool with me. It may just be a bit of my own bias from Division 1 seeping in. I've seen more search and destroy and quick play streamers currently popping up on Twitch, as I record this. There are a few Warzone streams happening, but not that many in comparison. That is not what the developers in Activision anticipated, for their beloved Battle Royale mode to be getting beaten by a mode as old as the original Call of Duty itself. That is no slight to the S&D community either. It's a sad state of affairs indeed. Now, it's not all doom and gloom, as there was a glimmer of hope on the horizon from Activision in the form of update news released a few days ago. These announcements, or updates if you will, encompass and address some concerns as we players of this game have had. Some. I'll put the update on the screen for you, but I won't get into complete detail on it. I'll put the link in the description. The main points for me in this update announcement are the weapon balancing, bug fixes, perk balancing, specifically Ghost, hardcore, and ranked play. What Season 2 changes are you looking forward to, if any? This is all, however, precipitated on these changes actually being effective. Up until that time, what are we left to do? As with many others, my only current desire right now is the camo grind. I've gotten most of the titles done that I've wanted to do. I don't play daily, just like many of you have chosen not to do. So the camo grinding is going to be what sustains me for the time being. I've got a lot of long shots left to do, and to be honest, I haven't even done the campaign yet. I used to be a big campaign guy, and that's the first thing that I would jump into, and I wouldn't play any multiplayer until I completed the campaign. So for me, this is a backwards approach, to my usual Call of Duty experience. But realistically, that's only going to take a couple of hours to do. I fear that, as with many recent games from various publishers, the actual games themselves are becoming increasingly thin on content and heavy on in-game store purchases and monetization incentives. The instances of bugs in the stores not allowing players to purchase something are extremely rare. Funny that. There are no store-breaking bugs, that they have to address, and believe you me, if there was, they wouldn't need a Twitter poll to ask the community about it. This game has become more about tolerance, how long the community will tolerate rehashed maps, awful spawning, poorly designed maps, a broken perk system, a crappy UI, and an outright foolish weapon progression system. I guess there is something left to do after all. For Infinity Ward. For us, there is nothing left to do but wait. Based on the dropping population, there might not even be that. It's your time, and I thank you for sharing it with me. Like, share, and subscribe. Have a great day, everybody.